Hello, this is One Life to Collect, going through my world currency binders. I'm doing one binder per video, so you might have caught the previous videos showing A, B, and now I'm starting into C. I'm going to save Canada and the US to the very end, but I'm doing them alphabetically, one binder per video. So Central African Republic, I think, was the last country. And so this one here is starting off with Chile. So I'll repeat this on every single video, I suppose, as if I have multiple ones. It's usually because it's the same note, but a different date. Sometimes I'll keep different signatures, not every time. But I try to kind of keep different variants of the same note. These ones are cool. I have some of these like pre-written things you could buy at hobby shops and things like that have a little background on the note. I thought was very cool. I also have these sorted alphabetically by binder, by country, but also within that I try to do the oldest notes first, like by set, and then within those sets I do denominations, so lowest to highest denominations. I'm going to get tired of saying that in every video, but it is what it is. Here's some of the newer ones. These are polymer notes as well, still in Chile. And then here's China. So I may have these out of order. It's hard for me to know which ones are which, so I try to do them by date. But and sometimes there's different ones in here, like Taiwan or things that might look like they're China, but they are actually from somewhere else. So anyways, I could be wrong, but I'd love somebody to go through this at one point and just tell me what I'm missing or if they're out of order. Yeah, again, so I tried to kind of put them in order of date, I guess, right now is, for lack of a better way to do these. I love the vertical ones. I wonder if these are one of the first ones to be vertical. I think these are from the 20s, maybe 30s. This one's ripped. I don't know why I have that until I'll obviously replace that when I find a newer version, but for now I've got 3/4 of a note. There's these ones here. Central Bank. Sometimes even just the name of the bank differs too, so it's hard to tell, again, which ones I have, which ones I don't, and the proper order in my binder. Kind of World War II era. $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. So went through an inflationary period as well. Here's some of the fractional currency with no rear image. Here's some money that was actually in breakfast cereal and post-breakfast cereal. So I would actually tell my parents when they were buying the cereal, I said, make sure it's the one that has the free banknote in it. So I kept these sealed actually over the years too. I was a collector even back then. I think I started my collection when I was around 7 or 8 years old. So it's, well, I'm old now, so it's been going for a long time. Here's the latest set, I believe. I don't think they've changed their set in quite some time. I mean, it's 2005, but I think they look the same still. And here's some hell notes. I guess I don't know the whole history, but obviously it's just made of plain paper. You kind of burn them for luck or to get rid of bad luck. I'm not really sure the whole story, but yeah, there's all kinds of different hell notes is what they're called. Here is Colombia. That's pretty cool. Once again, these are probably just because they have different dates on them. I saved 2 versions of them. And these ones are getting a little bit newer. $10,000, $20,000, so more inflationary notes there. Here's 2.5. These are newer ones. Still 2,000, but they just have the number 2. Make it a little bit easier. So here's Comoros, or Comoros. I'm gonna try to say it properly. Here is Congo. So these are really interesting older notes. Very cool design. Here's more Congo. Kind of 60s and 70s now. Hard to get these ones in good shape, I know, except for the newer ones. So here's some newer ones, kind of early 2000s, I think. Very minimalist. Cook Islands, I don't even, I mean, I think this might be a novelty note. I don't even know if you can spend it anywhere. Here's Costa Rica. Very vibrant colors on the back of there. $5,000. Here's some newer ones. I think, yeah, this one's polymer, but the rest are paper. Look at the colors on these. Here is Croatia. So these are some pretty old ones here. I believe they just switched to the euro as well. $100,000. Here's some kind of regional, like look at this, what is that? I mean, in the millions. It's crazy. Here's some of the newer ones. Yeah, I guess that's the final set. They're going to the euro now. And here's Cuba. So here's like a really old one there, tiny. Kind of look like US dollars. A little bit. So different, same bill, but different colors is the only difference there. There's a whole bunch of them. I have a whole lot of different dates. Some I wrote over top of that one. Che Guevara. These are the ones I think when I was there a long time ago, 2014, I think. These are the ones that we were using. Cyprus. These are pretty hard to come by, actually. I'd love to have more newer versions. This one, not so much. This is pretty common to come by, but yeah, I find anything larger denominations are really hard to find for Cyprus. This is kind of Czechoslovakia back when it was its own country for separation. I don't know why there's a big hole in that one. Probably, again, demonetized or something like that. Because it happened here too, so again, probably not a coincidence. Still Czechoslovakia. And then I think these are the Czech Republic. So these are more what they're using today. So this is the end of this binder as well. So I'm going to continue on with the rest. So hope you watch them all and let me know your feedback. Thanks.